the Cosmic Universal Fashion video. You're in it, and it's cool to see you guys, but you're not singing or anything.
No, this is it's kind of funny. This is a song I'm sure a lot of people know by now. That Sammy, this guy, I don't know if he was Israeli or whatever. This guy actually had the music and sent it to Sammy. Sammy wrote the lyrics for it, and then he was shooting a video like the Right Now video, but shooting it like right today, now. And Sammy asked me if I wanted to be in it with him, and he thought, you know, it'd be kind of cool if we made a couple of direct references to the old video in it.
Yeah.
Which you see me sitting on the floor going, Mikey's still thinking about a solo project, and I'm kind of going, oh. At the end, we walk into the door that says men, or out of the door that says men, instead of at the end we're walking into the men's room door. You know, a couple little things like that. I think it was a pretty cool video.
Yeah, but people love the video. And the solo project. Is that ever going to happen?
Who knows? I kick stuff around with friends and whatever, and you know, and then all of a sudden now this Chickenfoot.
The new band.
The Chai Food thing came up, and we're so stoked about that. You know, we're full on into that now.
Is that another code name, the Chai Food?
No, that was just I think Joe brought that up at the studio. It was just kind of like he shortened it up from Chickenfoot to Chai Food, and his Joe's wife, I don't know if she's from Singapore or something like that. She's Oriental, and I can't think of it right off the bat, but she gave us the translation, which of Chickenfoot was pretty interesting.
And why Chickenfoot? Where did that come from?
Chickenfoot came from Chad, Sammy, and I jamming down here in Cabo.
Does the chicken have 3 toes? Is that where?
I think it does.
So
and then the talons. And Chad jams with us down here all the time, and we thought one night, it's like, you know, well, it's always like if there's a different incarnation of somebody playing down here, it's like, well, we got to call it something. And all of a sudden the name Chickenfoot got thrown up, and so when we played down here in Cabo, it's like, okay, hey, it's Chickenfoot, Sammy, Chad, and myself. And how that made it onto this other project, I'll never know. But you know, I tell everybody, well, you got to call it something right now. And I guess that's as dumb as anything else. But and we got a couple names we're kicking around, but nothing that we can really.
Okay. And probably 20 people wrote in. Are you going to do a tell-all book?
Links too, where people will go, Mike got to do his own book, man. And just I don't know. If the situation was ever presented itself in the correct way, I mean, but I'm such a positive guy, and I would never come out with a book like insinuating or pointing fingers or or probably telling all the stuff that the fans really want to hear. So it'd probably be boring, because everybody wants to hear, I'm sure everybody wants to hear the dirt, and I would never do anything like that in a book. So
okay, somebody wrote, you're amongst a very small group of people who have been with their spouse since high school. It seems you take your wife and daughters with you often and include them in your career. I'm positive this carried you through so many hard times. How do you manage to remain humble and thwart the vices that have plagued other bands?
I'm a regular guy. No, you know what? Actually, in the early days, I tried to keep my wife separated from this whole thing. Because I've seen the whole, I don't know, the whole lifestyle and whatever. And the one thing that I wanted to do is when I got off the road, playing with the band, we weren't doing anything, I wanted to have a home life and not include it. So I actually, with my daughters, I actually wanted them to be totally not involved with the band. Now, of course, my daughters are older, and they get to the point where they want to know what's going on and this and that. And I'm just sad that it all kind of fell apart on the big scale before they were old enough to really witness that. I mean, they come out and they see me play with Hagar. And we've done some big shows and whatever, but if the early stuff with Dave, when we're playing to the huge arenas and the huge stadiums and all of that, they see the video footage of it and they go, wow, that would have been cool. They were all, my oldest daughter Alicia was just an infant when Sammy was in the band. She was born actually right before. But now I include it because I just enjoy having my family with me. But in the early days, I kind of kept it separate because I wanted to come home and have a totally, family life that was not.
So your daughters are old enough to get why people love Van Halen.
Yeah, I mean, well, they have for a few years.
Time.
Oh yeah, growing up in school, they get that, from the you know, sometimes it wasn't a good thing, because my oldest daughter, Alicia, sometimes she'd come home crying because, you know, of certain people would treat her a certain way because, hey, you know, you're the daughter of the big rich rock star, blah, 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 and then they treat you a different way, and then other kids, and I can see where that might be kind of tough to deal with certain, you know, kids in school. And we had, and my younger daughter too, she's 16 now, but we had to help, you know, help her a little bit with that. Now it's just kind of like, you know, it's kind of funny because the way rock goes in waves, where all the kids, young kids now are back into Zeppelin and all the bands again, which is great. You know, it's just, like we'd always say, it's, you know, after the fads, you know, the Backstreet Boys and all that stuff went away, everyone's, you know, they're back in the, and my daughter goes, wow, it's Van Halen, you know, my dad, you know, brought out all that stuff and played it, so it's also very cool now.